In this video, we're going to be working on t-shirt designs. At our school, every third grader will be submitting their drawings for their t-shirt design, and the winning design will be used for the actual Husky Hustle t-shirt that everybody will be wearing. So before you start your drawing, I would recommend you doing a sketch. So we have a sketches section in our sketchbook, and just use whatever square you have open in that page or the next page to do some very quick sketches of your general ideas. This one here was my first one. I just kind of sketched a husky paw and wrote Husky Hustle. The next one I actually sketched a husky puppy and wrote Paws Up. Those are both of our school themes. So think about what is appropriate for the Husky Hustle t-shirt. You don't have to do a husky, you don't have to do a paw, but the winning designs will be always related to our school theme, which is Paws Up, Husky Hustle, All Are Welcome. So think about those appropriate themes that would work well for our school-wide t-shirt design. These little sketches are called thumbnail sketches, just like our thumbnail, because it's tiny like our thumbnail. The purpose of thumbnail sketches is to put all of your ideas on a piece of paper so that you can pick your best idea. Sometimes your first idea isn't the best. By putting all of your ideas on a piece of paper, you'll be able to actually pick the best idea that you have. So I just have two thumbnail sketches here. I think I'll go with something similar to this. So once you have an idea of what you're going to use for your design, you can get your drawing paper. And you can always change up your designs from your sketches to your final. Some people like to draw the shape of a t-shirt on here, but I would like you to make sure you do not do that. Pretend like this area of the paper is the part of the t-shirt that the logo is going to be. So on the back of your paper, don't put your name on the front because we're going to do blind judging. On the back of your paper, please make sure that you put your name, first letter of your last name, and also your class code. That way we can make sure that we have the right winner when we announce it. So name goes on the back, flip your paper over, and first always sketch your designs or drawings with a pencil. That way you can make changes easily, and if you mess up you can erase before you commit to drawing with Sharpie marker. Your designs must be done with only black Sharpie. If there's any colors in it, it will be disqualified because we're not able to print any colors on our t-shirts. It's just going to be one color. So I would like you to make sure you're only using black Sharpie in the end. The designs that get picked are usually the ones that take up the whole piece of paper. Teeny tiny designs, when we print it, we're not going to be able to see it on our t-shirts. So make sure you draw nice and big. Take up the whole space with very little negative space. So first do your sketches with pencil. So I'm drawing the husky puppy head here, nice and big. You can absolutely look up pictures on your iPads for ideas and also to get some references. References are pictures to look at while you do your drawing to make sure that you're being as accurate as you can. So I have my husky puppy sketched out now, and I'm going to add some words. You don't have to add words, but again, using phrases and words that match our school theme might be a good idea for our t-shirt contest. If you're going to do letters, try and do bubble letters or block letters. If you just do regular letters like this, it's going to be very hard to read once it's printed on a t-shirt. So instead, try and do some bubble letters or block letters. So now I have my basic design and my phrase sketched out. Next, you can take your Sharpie marker and carefully Sharpie your design. Whenever you do a design that a lot of people are going to see, like a t-shirt or some kind of contest like we're doing right now, it's very important to work your neatest. That is called craftsmanship, and people are going to be looking at that. Even if something's a very beautiful design, if it's done very messy, then it's likely that it won't get picked. One thing that good craftsmanship does is that it shows people that you really care about that project. So if you show that you really care about this t-shirt by doing very nice and neat, steady lines, then it's gonna help your chances of winning because it shows that you really care. Now, if you want to, you can also use skinny Sharpies, but only use skinny Sharpies for details, because if you use skinny Sharpie for the bigger areas, it'll be hard to see your designs. So make sure that you're only using these skinny Sharpies for smaller details. Now, you can color in spots that you want to be colored in on your t-shirts. So maybe I can color in the eyes. But again, don't use any other colors. It's gonna have to be just black and white. The white of the paper and the black of the Sharpie marker. Again, when you color in, work on your craftsmanship. People want to know that you really cared. So if you just scribble in, it's not really gonna look like you cared. Try and go all the way to the edge. Now, one exception is that if you want to show texture. For example, this is fur. So if I wanted to show texture, I could shade it in with lines instead of coloring it all the way in, and that is fine. But if you're going to color it all the way in, then make sure you go all the way to the edge. And if I'm going to shade in to show texture, make sure you're going in the right direction, not going everywhere. And make sure that you're connecting always to the edge of that shape. Another thing you can do is adding shadows to your bubble letters. That's another way you can make your letters stand out a little bit more. Just remember, again, whatever you decide to do, make sure it's your best craftsmanship, your neatest work. Here's my final design with finished Sharpie. And remember, one last thing to do to improve your craftsmanship all the way to the end is to erase your pencils. Make sure that the only thing we see are your Sharpie marker lines. So here's a quick review of making a successful design for your Husky Hustle t-shirt design. 1, start with sketches, thumbnail sketches, so that you can practice small designs and put all of your ideas on the paper. 2, pick your best work and draw it big, taking up your whole piece of paper. 3, make sure your name's on the back. First name, first letter of your last name, class code. Don't draw the t-shirt shape. Only draw the t-shirt design. Start with pencil. Make sure that your letters are done with bubble letters or block letters. Trace with Sharpie marker and use your best craftsmanship. Work as neatly as you can. Make sure you only use black Sharpie and erase your pencil marks so that the only thing you see in the end are Sharpie lines. I really hope your design gets picked.